Good morning. Me and CRUZ moved on down the road a little bit yesterday, and we stayed at a little pullout right on the side of a main highway. A little bit noisy with the train on one side and then the highway on this side, but we did okay last night. Morning, buddy. Hi. Oh, you're my big boy. Hey. Roddy, I want your... Yo, dirty. See, Crazy, when you were a puppy, that breath used to smell so good. Now, well, not so much. Alright, guys. What do you say we get up? Hey? Is it playtime already? Hey? You've got to be the cutest puppy in the history of this world, you know that? Oh! I already cleaned myself. Cruzy, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. Dude, I already wiped myself down with baby wipes. I don't need your help. Hey, I don't need your help. Thank you, though. Clean yourself. Go clean yourself, bro. He's such a maniac. I quit. CRUZ is having breakfast. I'm giving him a little bath. Sorry, buddy, you're the one that chose to eat while I give you a bath. It's not my fault. No, buddy, but you're gonna be so much cleaner after this. So I'm pretty thankful for something with everything that's going on in the world that's negative. I'm thankful that all this time has taught me to make my morning coffee and my bagel and my lunches and my dinners in my van myself. I'm a very big takeout guy. Like, I'll go to a taco place and take out. I'll go wherever and just take out food because it's just easier. Like, I'll make the basics in the van, like maybe a simple breakfast once in a while, but I'll always eat out at least one time per day. Now I'm not eating out at all. Zero. Like 100% of my food consumption is purchased at a grocery store and made. And here we are this morning doing something that was normally a habit. It wasn't for any other reason, that it was just a convenience and a habit. And now, while I've been doing this for a month now, this has now become just the new routine. And it took this situation for me to break out of that old mold, whatever. And I'm okay with that. My coffees are getting better and better every day. Oh, look who that is. What's up, man?
Let's stay 6 feet apart, man.
As soon as I seen that thing, I'm like, oh, snap. Hey, if you guys don't know, that's Mr. Forrest Stevens.
What's going on?
Hey, what's the cat's name?
That's Ronnie.
What's up, Ronnie? It's kind of nice now to be able to take a moment like that to have some human interaction with a friend I haven't seen in a long time. But in this day and age where I've been so secluded from another breathing human being, that when you have those interactions, they're way more valuable now than they ever were before. Took it all for granted before. That moment, just seeing them and having that brief conversation sure felt great. All right, you guys, so it's Joseph's birthday. You know Joseph over there? It's his birthday, so I came back to the city and we're having a little social distancing birthday dinner. He's at the front of my van, I'm like way back there. Yeah, it's a new world we live in. How's your birthday dinner, Joseph?
It's pretty good, except I'm eating alone. You gotta put down the camera, man.
See, that's the problem with being a YouTuber, is you're like, you ask your bro, how's your birthday dinner? He's like, it'd be fine if you just put your damn camera down and eat dinner with me. Hey, buddy. Are we sitting there hanging out in the middle of a city street? Hey, over there, Joseph.
Yeah.
Woohoo. So we went to this little restaurant called Peaceful Restaurant. We got rice and some crispy ginger beef. All right, let's cheers, bro. Cheers. How cool is that, right? Check it out. So what this is there's a series of lights right up above us here, and they come all down the side, and it looks so awesome driving through here. Yeah. There's Gus in a bus. I haven't shaved in a very long time. So one thing good about being back here in Vancouver is there's public washrooms down here at the beach that have warm running water, which allow me to properly soap and wash my face, brush my teeth, and all that other stuff without using all the water in my van. Morning, Gus. So, I'm in here trying to get clean, you guys, and Gus is dumping his pee bottles.
I'm getting water to wash the inside of my butt. That's not good.
It was too dark to shave in the bathroom. There's no light in there, so I'm gonna go shave in the van. It's definitely been a few days, but there's some very big positives about being back in the city and living in a van during a pandemic. I got a feeling this one's gonna hurt today. Hair is super long. I got it's a tiny little mirror, and it does the trick. I keep it inside of it's my lunch kit where I keep all my daily needs. Mr. CRUZ has been super active these last few days, and definitely he's like, yo, Dad, I just need some rest. Please just leave me alone and stop talking. We've chosen to come back to Vancouver. So I have some stickers that are coming in the mail. They should be in anytime soon. So I'm excited to get the new sticker packs. And I have to take care of some family things. And I seen my daughter the other day, which is kind of nice to come back to a connected world, because being in the backcountry, I've been so out of the loop on what's actually really going on in this world. And I miss the sound of noise. You have no clue how exciting it's been to hear people and conversations and vehicles and the hum of the city and sirens and just the typical city stuff. It's been very welcomed after being away for pretty much a better part of a month in the woods by myself. in my own head. And we all know my videos have been pretty calm lately, but in living in the van in a pandemic, nobody knows how to do that. Nobody knows how to live in a house during a pandemic. So, but for me, I've had the chance to experience the backcountry, because as soon as this stuff started to happen, I ran for the woods. I'm like, I don't want no part to do with it. I'm out. Peace out. And there is some downsides about being in the backcountry during this time, because I've been away from everything. So it's been me alone, and I'm okay alone. I like myself. But when I'm away from everything, like there's no way for me to contact nobody because I have no cell reception either, that's where it poses a bit of a problem for me, because I work online. So I need some sort of a connection to upload videos and stuff. But what happens is I've been away in the backcountry for 3 days, maybe 4 days. Then I come back to close to town, not in town, close to town, just to get enough cell reception to work. And I start watching the news to see what's happened in the last 3 or 4 days since I've been gone. And then I find out that the world's all like, going crazy, and more countries are getting this spikes and blah, blah, blah. And then that's your only real connection is headline news. So you really don't know in reality what's really happening. You just trust what you hear on the news, which is just trying to sell articles. So they're just trying to make the hype out of it. So last time I came back to Vancouver, I came into town, drove down one main shopping street, seen it was all boarded up. It felt like an apocalypse. Hit my mailbox, boom, peace out, we were out of here. I was in town for like an hour. That's it. And then now this time that I came back, I got to see my daughter, see my friend Chris. And then now I'm back in the city, and I have a few more days until some packages that are coming in the mail will be here. But I've got a chance to see Vancouver, actually see what's going on in a pandemic in Vancouver. Turns out it's actually quite normal, which has given me a lot of calmness being here, because to see that everything is okay makes me feel better. Because when you're just relying on the news and you're not around anybody, you can't talk to nobody, you can't see what's up. Hey bro, how are things going? There's no connection. So being here gives me a sense of, normalcy. And to see people out here at the beach walking around, riding their bikes and paddle boarding and canoeing on the ocean and stuff like that, it just feels very good. And I never have felt this feeling of calmness being out in the woods. Because being out in the woods normally is a beautiful thing, but when it's in a pandemic, you're just kind of hunkering down and hiding out. And being here, guys, the city is just normal. What they've done here, so where you guys live may be a little bit different, because I know my channel, there's people all over the world, and in the US, I hear things are going crazy. I'm only watching the news, remember? But you start to see that we here in British Columbia, it's doing very well here. We're not going crazy here. Things aren't going nuts here. Things aren't locked right down here. So the province that we live in have encouraged everybody to get outside and go for a bike ride, go for a run, go for a walk at the park. They're encouraging people to get out, encouraging people so much that they've even shut down the streets that drive in front of some of those parks. So now the people in the parks can now ride their bikes on the streets by the parks, kind of dispersing them a little bit more, which is amazing that they're encouraging everybody to get outside. So what's going on in my province is definitely different than what's going on in your area. They have locked down all the provincial campgrounds out here, which is fine. Us van lifers, we need to move our van just a little bit more every day. Because if we don't, and I park my van in this very spot right here until this whole pandemic's over, I become a squatter. Now van life has a huge problem at the end of the pandemic, because now we've all been squatting for months, causing a huge problem with residents, a huge problem with communities, and a huge problem with the city. So as the nomadic people in this lifestyle that are always roaming around, we can't travel anymore. So meaning I can't do my big trip to the Yukon, or I can't right now while fuel prices are low, travel all across Canada. So I'm gonna stay within my province. I'm gonna move a tiny bit every few days, because if I don't move every few days, van lifers are gonna have a problem, and I don't wanna be a squatter. I never got into this lifestyle to be an inconvenience to anybody. So what I'm gonna be doing until all this stuff calms down a little bit is move a little bit every day, you know? So if I gotta move to the other side of the town in the next few days, I'm gonna do that, because I can't stay in the same area too long, because I'm gonna get ticketed and people are gonna complain. So us van lifers, we're experiencing this a lot different than other people. But I just want to let you guys know that van dwelling in a city during a pandemic is a lot easier than van dwelling in the backcountry. Easier in here, because you're a little bit more reality connected to what's happening. And this is not for everybody. This is me, because remember, I was born and raised a city boy, so the city offers a slight bit of comfort for me sometimes. But during these times right now, it's easier to go unnoticed in the city. Like, I'm just another vehicle on the street. I'm just another person in the area. And there is tons of people down here at the beach today enjoying some fresh air and some mental clarity, and clearing all the stress out of their lives, and breathing the nice ocean breeze air. But in the city, we're just another vehicle. So what happens though is, when you're out in the smaller towns and the communities, they don't want campers out there. They don't want people from their homes in Vancouver driving where I was, just outside of the city here, and camping in their neighborhood. So they're a little bit more vigilant about keeping the campers out. Like you guys seen the video the other day where they asked all the campers to leave the town that day, and that included me. Even though the officer said, hey, I know you live in your van, so you can come back on Tuesday, but there's no camping for homeowners. So she understood the whole van lifestyle, that I was just at home. She got it, which was great. And I think for the most part out here, there is a little bit of an understanding about vehicle dwellers. They know that we're doing the best we can in the same scenario here in the world. So, but anyway, guys, we're back in Vancouver for now. My packages will be in probably 2, maybe 3 days from now. And we'll keep you posted on what's going on. But as for right now, I think we're going to ride it out here in the city for a week, and just kind of see how it is here. So, yeah, if you're living in your van right now, maybe leave in the comments down below how things have been with you in your area. Because I know around the world, things are different. Some places are fully locked down. Here, it's a lot of freedom going on in the province that we live in, because with the whole virus thing, we're actually really, really, really low on everything. We get very little new cases. Things have been super good lately. So we're all fingers crossed that we're on the outskirts of this thing. Fingers crossed. But anyway, guys, if you guys are a headline news watcher, be careful with that, you know? Because I know when I was up there in the woods, listening to all that news every 3 or 4 days, gets in the brain, because it's negative. And coming here, getting a sense of real reality, really honestly felt good. Anyway, this video has been a scatterbox of just about everything. So happy birthday, Joseph. Yeah, guys, we're gonna go now. I'm in the same mood as Mr. CRUZ today, so I think we're just gonna go turn on some Netflix, because I'm parked down here at the beach and we have got a good Wi-Fi connection. All right. Oh, crazy bear. Oh, he's like, Dad, do you mind? No, I'm snuggling, bro. Can I snuggle with you? Fine. All right, guys.